Welcome to today's video, ladies and gents and dolls and everybody. Oh my goodness. Clearly somebody needs to do laundry, and that's me. I'm gonna scooch over this way. And yes, we have stuff there. You know, it's so crazy. Okay, let's just introduce. Anyways, what's up, guys? It's Aliyah. And the whole purpose of me filming this video originally was because I was supposed to go to school. So I wanted to do a little chit chat and chat with me before I go to school, right? Now, when I woke up, I was like, wait a minute. I remember the email that my teacher sent, basically saying that we don't have class until the 21st. And I was like, I'm going back to sleep. So, just because I don't gotta go nowhere doesn't mean I can't still do this. Because I feel like I have a lot of things I want to chat about. And there's been a lot of things going on. So, why not? Oh my god. Anyways, the moisturizer I'm using is this Nivea cream. I love it, actually, because my skin is so dry. And it works wonders. Anyways, first we're going to start, because of my laundry, I feel like this is the first thing that I want to start chatting with. Is I've been trying to figure out kind of my presence on social media, because I would like to be as authentic as possible, right? Hence the laundry in the background. Why? Because we all have laundry to do, right? And there's a little mess over there. I feel like, me personally, I don't want to be that person that every time I go to record a YouTube video that I have to clean up and act like I'm somebody I'm not, because I'm a little messy sometimes. I am. Am I messy all the time? No. But my room should be clean off camera and on camera. I'm not just gonna clean it because I'm on camera, right? So I feel like I want to be as authentic as possible. And I feel like if you watch YouTube, if you are a YouTube watcher and you've watched the OG YouTubers, I'm talking about Alicia Marie, those kind of people, I feel like watching them, especially watching them burn out, I was like, yo, I don't want to get to that point. That's not where I want to get. So I feel like I want to start off being authentic and being me, and not putting on a face for the camera, because I understand how people could get burnt out if they're doing that. Anyways, this bag is from Amazon. I'll link it in the description. But I understand how people could be burnt out from YouTube and social media, especially if every time you're on social media you put on this face, and not on purpose. It's just it was something that when you started you already did, and now you feel like you have to keep up that persona. So I feel like I want to be Aliyah. That's who I want to be. So yes, I have laundry. We all have laundry. And you know what? Sometimes when I wake up, it'd be freaking 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and I don't feel like getting out of bed. So I don't. Right? I feel like I wish social media was more I see some parts, not all parts, but some are being more accepting of literally being human. Man, first off, Miss Monet, I don't know why I said Monet McMichael. I love her. I absolutely love her, because she is 100% authentic, and that is what I strive to be, as authentic as possible. One of her videos, she was it was her resetting, and she was I'm resetting this video and I didn't even brush my teeth yet. And I was like, you know what? Literally same. And I feel like I would like more people to be their self. me including, I'm working on like being myself unapologetically, because I like, when I was little, I was trying to be so perfect and like be so like somebody I'm not for people, because I was a people pleaser, honestly, and I didn't want people to hate me. So I was putting on this face and it was draining me. Like, I was so depressed, and I'm not throwing that word around lightly. I was depressed. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on social media wise. I'm also working on trying to get a camera, because sometimes it's hard for me to post TikTok content and post YouTube content, because sometimes I have to choose, like, do I want TikTok content, do I want YouTube content, because it's on my phone. Anyways, let's get into the trends right now. Not trends. I'm not a trendy girl, not even gonna lie. Not even gonna hold you guys. Like, I don't follow trends. Like, I'm the person that like will be late to a trend, because I want to see, like, is it actually gonna stick? Like, are you actually gonna continue using this thing after it's trending? That's what I wait for. So, yeah. But yesterday was the Super Bowl. Today's Monday. So yesterday was Sunday. It was the Super Bowl. And we're gonna talk about it, because first off, congratulations to the winning team, of course. They did their thing. No offense, Eagles. No offense. But as for Miss Riri, I don't care what anybody says, and everybody has been saying, oh, it's mid, oh, it wasn't all that. First off, if she really got a whole, like, if she got a whole baby cooking in there, you think she's gonna come in flying on a freaking broom? What do you think she's gonna do? She's obviously gonna have to move as little as possible. And not only that, I feel like people don't factor that the fact that it's not a concert, it's still like it's going during a game, so she can't do anything like too extravagant. And you know, here's my predictions, okay? Like, first off, I've been a Riri stan forever. Like, I love Rihanna. I love me some Rihanna. I just wish more people would give her credit. But so I feel like also if she would have gave us like a really bomb hold on, here's the concealer I'm using is e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with a satin finish. I'm gonna link that too. But anyways, I feel like if she would have gave us like a really good Super Bowl show, anything else that she's planning right now, like if she's planning like some really bomb Fenty drop, like if she had a fire Super Bowl performance, that would have ruined everything. Like, I feel like that would have, because then we would have been thinking like, oh, Rihanna can't possibly top this. She can't top it. Meanwhile, she got stuff in the works. So I feel like I love how it went, because it was great. It was awesome. It was freaking awesome. So congrats to Miss Riri, and if she's having a baby, congratulations to her as well, because what the heck? Like, I feel like she's a good mom. Like, I don't even know her, but I feel like she's because, you know, like, just because you're a celebrity does not mean you're a good parent or a good person. But like, I don't know, like, I feel like Rihanna just gives off like good vibes. That's what I feel like. So literally congratulations to them. I feel like, okay, normally I try to like put on as little concealer as possible, but I feel like the amount I put on today why am I talking like this? But the amount I put on today, I think I like. Okay, next topic I really want to talk about is like, this is our girls talk section, because I feel like as a girl, as a woman, as a female, there's a lot of things that like, I just realized that there's a lot of things that I wish I knew. So I was just like, I was literally just thinking, like, I was really racking my brain, because I was thinking about high school, right? I graduated high school I graduated high school 2 years ago. Anyways, I graduated high school 2 years ago, and I feel like a lot of things I literally am not learning until college. Like, I'm talking about like things that you can actually use, like, cause I'm telling you, I've been in like every class ever. Like, I've been in statistics, I've been in history, I've been in advanced math. Like, there's a big brain up here, right? But I feel like literally none of those things I have not used anything. Nothing. And then I had it we gotta blend more. I had an economics class, but I didn't even have it until senior year. And it's not because my schedule wasn't free, because I'm telling you, I didn't even start class some days until 2 o'clock. So it's literally just like the school just said you couldn't take it until senior year. But I feel like the fact that I didn't even know what a credit really was until college, like, it just got me thinking that like there's so many kids out there that are 13, 14, probably paying bills for their apartments and paying all this stuff, and they don't even know what any of that stuff is. Like, okay, so I'm a big sister, I'm also a little sister. Anyways, so I feel like when I watch my siblings, like, especially like my little brother, because my two other siblings live with my dad, but like when I watch him come home from school, or even when I went and traveled to see my sister and my brother, like, just listening to her talk about school, or the fact that she could literally be up and like she'll come home and then she'll have so much homework that literally she would be doing her homework until she went to sleep. Like, that's absolutely nuts. Like, I feel like schools need to like cut down on the academics. And no, that does not mean you gotta be dumb, right? Because I feel like people are like, oh my god, no, kids needed to be smart. But it's like, man, when you're 20, you're gonna literally be like, yo, thank goodness my school showed me how to do that, because I did not learn. Like, I feel like school should be to teach you certain things before you go out into the real world instead of teaching you things like of course English is necessary, because like teaching how to read, cool. Now there are certain maths that I feel like are absolutely unnecessary, certain science classes absolutely unnecessary. I love myself some history, and I feel like we all should know our history, so I feel like history is also necessary to a certain point. But I feel like one of my brothers went to a school and it was career based, and I feel like that's how a lot of schools should be, because it's like, first off, why am I taking the same class as somebody who doesn't even want to be the same thing as me? Or like, why am I taking literally a class that I don't need if I don't need it, right? And another thing that I was like even when I was in high school, like, there was way too much freaking work. And it's not even like it wasn't even hard. It wasn't difficult work. It's just like, especially when COVID hit, because teachers just apparently assumed that you're not doing anything better. So they just assume that, and now we got freaking 20 assignments to do before Friday. Like, who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? Okay, guys, I have never did my eyebrows before today, so bear with me. And I can't really tell you where this is because it was a gift, so sorry. But yeah, I feel like okay, you know what I'm gonna link down below though is, I think it's either NYX or ELF, because I've heard a lot of good things about their little eyebrow thing. But yeah, I feel like schools should definitely like focus more on like helping kids like learn like things like freaking credit and finance, and like, you know, like, you're gonna want to buy a house one day, and I feel like school should definitely teach us things about that. Like, how does the process work? What do you need to have prepared? Like, things like that. And also, I feel like when it comes to hygiene, especially for a woman, I feel like certain things I didn't even know until either it happened to me or it happened to one of my friends. And I feel like there should be a lot of things that you should know already as a woman. Like, okay, I forgot what it was. What was it? First off, I didn't even know what discharge was. Like, I literally didn't know what it was. I just thought, like, I don't know what I thought, but I didn't know what it was. I literally didn't. Not at all. I did not know what it was. And then I searched it up on my own. But I feel like my school should have definitely taught me that. And I feel like boys and girls definitely should not have the same, like, health class. And not even because, like, not some weird shit, but it's just, like, boys and girls are literally different. So how are you going to put me in the same class as a boy when I don't? Like, we don't have to deal with the same things. So that's weird. But also, because we're on this topic, like, I feel like safe sex is not talked about, like, especially in school. Like, I feel like a lot of parents, they trust their school, or like, because, you know, like, sometimes parents genuinely don't know how to go about that conversation. So they trust the schools to tell them, and what the school tell us? Use a condom, and that's it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, that's all they tell you. Like, they don't tell you, like, oh, why should you use a condom? And then even if you ask that question, their answer would be, you don't want a baby. Like, what is that really telling me, though? It's not telling me anything. Like, it doesn't tell me about freaking STDs, STIs, or even if teachers do mention that, they'll just be like, here's what it is. They won't tell you, like, how you can get it or, like, things like that. Like, you literally, either you would have to do research on your own, or you would have to know somebody who went through that experience, or it would be until you go on through to that experience. But it's like, I don't want to freaking only know about a disease because I got it. Like, excuse me? What the heck? So, or even, like, they'll be like even some of the videos they show you, first off, where's my brush? But some of the videos they show you are literally from, like, freaking 19 freaking whatever, and they're outdated. And then let's say somebody in your school does get pregnant, then they're, like, shaming them and, like, oh my god, instead of telling them, like, you know what, there actually are places where you can get help and all this stuff. So that's how I feel about school. That's how I feel. Like, there's certain things that I literally did not learn until college, and I personally feel like they should have been things that were taught in middle school. Like, there's some things that even right now that I teach my brother, and he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, yep, that's a thing. And he'll be like, no way. I'll be like, yes way. And then the fact that he knows something that he can teach his friends. So we need to be doing. Because, like, I'm really, like, I feel like there's a strong line between, like I feel like there's certain people that you can say that are, like, you did good in school, but are you smart? Like, because I feel like, literally, like, the real world is so different. It's so different. And even in my school, like, the teachers will always tell us that, like, oh, when I went to high school, oh, like, college is not the same, or, like, the real world is not the same, and, like, you're gonna get knocked. And I'm like, man, how about you guys try to at least prepare us a little bit, like a tiny bit. Like, you don't gotta raise us, but, like, teach us something. Like, teach us something that's gonna have substance. There we go. Teach us something with substance. Anyways, here's a bronzer palette that I use. It's e.l.f. I love, like, I've been obsessed with e.l.f. products, and I want to try some NYX ones because I heard they're also good. And of course we're gonna freaking do some Fenty Beauty, because Miss Rihanna done did her thing. Like, when she was walking down to people, and then she had them, like, do her little blotting sheet, like, literally W freaking whatever you call that. I can't even think right now. But, like, if profits of Fenty Beauty did not go up after that, Like the execution of that was literally like freaking gold. Like who freaking who. I feel like the last thing I want to talk about, because I'm freaking first off, I'm sniffling like crazy because my piercing has been acting up, and like it feels like there's something tickling my nostril. But because I'm 20, I want to just do a little quick speed round of things that I learned when I was 19, right? Because I feel like that's so fun. I think I'm gonna do one on TikTok as well. But one thing I learned is that just because you forgive somebody, because you know, like I've been seeing a lot of people saying like I'm not forgiving anybody again, but that will never be me. Like I will always forgive people, right? But that does not mean that I'm going to forget what you did, right? Now, here's what the Bible says, right? And I was listening to somebody, like I joined a Bible study and I was listening to her explain it. So basically the Bible says something about like, what you call it? Like not ignoring people's fruits, right? And the example that this girl gave, right, was that if you look at, like you're not gonna go to an apple tree and expect to receive oranges, because that's absolutely nuts. So it's like if there's somebody in my life that is like, you showed me your fruit, like you showed me that you were an apple, so it's like I would be absolutely like not dumb, but it's like if I ignored the fact that you showed me that, then that would literally be on me. And you know, like once you know that doesn't mean what you call it, like you can literally act accordingly, and that's not terrible, because you know, like the Bible also says everyone is not meant to stay in your life, right? So it's like if somebody, especially if somebody thinks that like I'm gonna forgive them and keep allowing them back in my life, absolutely not. Like I can forgive you and like have no hate towards you. Like I still love you, but that does not mean like I could still, like I'm distancing you. I got this water bottle from Target. It was literally $20, but best investment ever. Best investment. I'll definitely link that as well. But yeah, so just because somebody, just because you forgive somebody does not mean you have to allow them in your energy and in your space again, because they're gonna keep doing the same thing. And I just recently learned that like of course I always knew this, that God never shows you anything by accident, but especially with people, he does not show you things by accident. So it's like, okay, let's say there's a person in your life and they keep doing the same thing, and like if they keep saying they're gonna change and they're not changing, and like you see that multiple times, God did not do that by accident. Like he's like, yo, I'm literally showing you right now, don't ignore it, right? So yeah, so if somebody shows you their fruits multiple times, and they have no intention of changing, literally wish them the best, pray for them, you know, give them some nice encouraging words, lift them up, tell them that God always got them, because he do, and then you could peace out. That's definitely something I learned, because you know, like of course when you're coming out of high school, and especially in college, there's a lot of people that you don't even know if they're like genuine people, or like, you know, like you were friends in high school, and in high school, like because you see somebody every day, you ignore what they were doing. But you know, when you're in the real world, you don't gotta do that anymore. And the setting spray I use is makeup Mist and Set by Elf. So yeah, that was something. And another thing I learned is, like I told you guys, I was a people pleaser, and you know, I learned that first off, I used to say this all the time, that if somebody hates you, then that means you're doing the right thing. I've especially learned that on my journey, because I learned that the devil sends people literally to break you down. So it's like, if somebody hates me, clearly I'm upsetting him with something I'm doing, and I'm like, okay. But what you call it, so I learned that just because somebody hates me does not mean I need to be so sad and I need to go and try to make them like me so much, because I'm good. Because like, I got people that love me at the same time. So it's like, if you hate me, I'm just gonna, like, I'm literally gonna keep doing things, and you're not gonna unhate me. You're just gonna find something else to hate about me. So it's like, I'm not gonna waste my time. Like, if you hate me, go ahead, hate me then, whatever. Let's see. Something else I learned is that I don't have to be so perfect. Like, I used to try to make everything perfect. Like, even with YouTube, this is why I struggled so much, because I couldn't deal with the fact that one of my videos was not like up here. But now I'm just like, you know what, sometimes sometimes I just don't feel like, not that I don't feel like it, just sometimes a video may be shorter or like have less content. So like, sometimes the editing is gonna be like a little less, and that's okay. Or even like with school, like sometimes there's going to be an assignment that I don't do the best on, and that does not mean like I'm stupid. Just sometimes things just aren't perfect, and that is perfectly fine. Yep, I said perfectly in my perfect speech. But yeah, that's 100% fine. And I feel like I was looking for, I don't know where any of my lip liners are, but I feel like, also another thing I learned is that it's not to force things, because I feel like a lot of, especially in our generation, we force a lot of things. So it's like, oh my god, I need to get this apartment, I need to get this, I need to have this. But you know, like, sometimes that is not right for you, and I'm not gonna go around freaking putting crystals under my bed and freaking writing notes and sticking them under my pillow, because you know what is for me is going to come for me, whether I try to force it or not. And like, the fact that I learned that lesson, I like, glory be to God. Glory be to God, like, genuinely. What you call it? Let me show you. So this is the highlighter that I use, and I'm actually obsessed with it, because one side is like, oh my god. Okay, one side is like glitter and shining, and the other side is like still shining, just less glittery. So this is a NYX highlighter palette, Born to Glow, and I already showed you the blending palette. This is what it is. I also got another thing. This is primer infused blush from Elf, which is like, I'd never heard of it, so we're gonna put it on again. Let's see, something else I think I learned. It's okay to not be okay. Like, I used to mask my feelings literally every day of my life, because I hated like people asking me like, oh my god, are you okay? And like, because it's like, I already knew that you didn't care, but I didn't want people to think that I wasn't okay. So I was like, no, I'm fine, I'm awesome. But I learned that, you know, like, it's literally okay to not be okay, because like, we're human, and there's gonna be some things that are upsetting, and some things that are literally like unfair. But you know, like, I'm still gonna accept them, because if it wasn't something that wasn't meant for me, then God wouldn't have put it in my path, right? So, you know, like, I'm just gonna, like, you know, cry my tears, let them go, and then move on. And literally, like, if people ask me now, like, if I'm genuinely not okay, I'm gonna be like, you know what, I'm having a hard day today. Instead of before, I was like, no, yes, I'm fine. Like, I'm perfectly fine. Mind you, I could literally have like tears streaming down my face. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm okay. Like, I'm happy. Tears be streaming down my face. So it's like it's okay to not be okay. Oh, speaking of that, I think this is the last thing I'm gonna put, because this video is literally about to be freaking 30 years long. that I used to act on my emotions so much, and I'm learning right now. This is what I'm in the process of learning, that do not act on your emotions. Yes, it is perfectly fine to feel your emotions. So it's like, you know, like if you're feeling sad, you can feel sad. Do not act on that sadness. Do not act on that anger. Do not act on your emotions. Even when you're happy, because, you know, like there's been times when I was like so excited that I like literally I feel like there's like cloud blocking my face, and I would do something dumb, like something absolutely dumb, because my brain's like, oh my god, like we're so excited, just do it. No, especially when you're angry, because we all have done some insane stuff when we're angry, and then you're gonna end up feeling guilty about it. So, you know, normally what I do is I would journal about it, or like literally I would talk to myself and be like, Aliyah, like we're so angry and this is what it is, and that's me letting my anger out, and then call it a day. So those are just a few things I learned, and what you call it, hopefully I taught you guys some lessons as well. And here's my finished makeup look. I definitely want to practice doing eyeshadow, but I will not be doing that in this video. Soon though, soon. But yeah, I hope that I taught you guys something, and I hope that maybe some of my topics that I spoke about, you guys can relate to. I will definitely be doing more just sit down videos, because I feel like I want to mix it up. Like I do a lot of vlogs, but I hope you enjoyed, and everything that I used in my video on my face today, like you see my nose, everything that I use on my face today I will be linking, actually, for real, because normally I forget, but I will be linking. I hope that you enjoyed, and comment your favorite makeup company, or what you call it, or comment something that you learned that you wish you learned. You know what? No, just comment something that you learned that you think people should know, because all lessons you're meant to learn when you learn them. Anyways, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Remember to subscribe, and I'm gonna try to do more sit down videos and things like that. So thanks for watching.